Hey everyone, welcome to Mr. American Movies. Today, I've got a heartwarming and thought-provoking story that will definitely make you think about life, love, and the choices we make. This is the story of Park Kong, an actor whose life takes an unexpected turn. Let's dive right into it. Once upon a time, there was a man named Park Kong, a rising star in the acting world. He was at the peak of his career, enjoying fame, fortune, and success. His mother could buy anything she wanted, and his wealth seemed endless. But with all this success came a sense of pride and boastfulness. Park Kong lived in a luxurious apartment, surrounded by the finest things money could buy, and everywhere he went, his loyal manager, Jo Yoon, was by his side. Jo Yoon wasn't always a manager, though. He was once an actor like Kong, but after failing to land a good role, he switched careers to become Kang's manager. The two had been through it all together, from auditioning for roles to struggling to make it in the industry. One night, Kong was awarded as the best male actor at a prestigious filmmakers event. Standing on stage, he gave an emotional speech, reflecting on how far he'd come, from being a nobody to now having everything he could ever want. But elsewhere, his ex-girlfriend, Soo Hyeon, was watching from afar. Soo Hyeon had once been a part of Kang's life when he was still struggling. She had left for New York to pursue her art career, and now she was back in Seoul to hold her own exhibition. On Christmas Eve, Kong invited Jo Yoon out to a bar, the same bar where he used to drink before becoming famous. They reminisced about the old days, and Jo Yoon couldn't help but wonder what would have happened if Kong hadn't won that audition all those years ago. Would he have been with Soo Hyeon? Would he have had the life he dreamed of? But Kang's mind was elsewhere, remembering how he had dumped Soo Hyeon back then to chase fame, leading her to go to New York. After a few drinks, Jo Yoon left to spend Christmas with his family, and Kong took a taxi home, still deep in thought. Then something bizarre happened. The taxi driver seemed to know exactly what was on Kang's mind, asking him what he would do if he could change the past. The driver offered him a chance to do just that. The next morning, Kong woke up in a modest home, surrounded by two kids calling him "Inquat Dad" and "Quat." He was utterly confused. Where was his luxurious apartment, and why was Soo Hyeon there, calling herself his wife? What was happening? Kong soon realized that his life had completely changed. He tried to go back to his old apartment, but when he arrived, no one recognized him. The security guard didn't know who he was, and the apartment was now someone else's. He was arrested by the police and found himself at the station, bewildered and frustrated. His life, his career, and his fame were all gone. To make matters worse, Soo Hyeon showed up claiming to be his wife, though Kong couldn't remember any of it. Confused and lost, Kong slowly began adjusting to his new life with Soo Hyeon and their children. It wasn't the glamorous life he was used to, but it was real. He wasn't famous, he wasn't rich, and he certainly didn't feel like the successful actor he used to be. But there was something about this new life that started to feel right. One day, Kong visited the agency where Jo Yoon worked and learned something surprising. Jo Yoon in this reality had become a successful actor. It was a twist of fate. In his original life, Kong had won that audition, leading to his rise to fame, while Jo Yoon had become his manager. In this world, Jo Yoon became the actor, and Kong had taken his place as a manager. Kong began working with Jo Yoon as his manager, applying everything he'd learned from his own experiences as an actor. Soon, he started to gain a new perspective on life. He became more dedicated to his job and started to enjoy the simple joys of family life. He realized that the fame and fortune he once thought were everything weren't as important as love and family. Things took another twist when Jo Yoon won an award for Best Actor. In a surprising move, Jo Yoon credited Kong for his success, saying that without him, he never would have made it. Jo Yoon even offered Kong the chance to become an actor again. But Kong, now fully immersed in his new life, refused. He didn't need fame to be happy anymore. 1 year later, Kong was faced with a choice. He could return to his old life with all the fame and glory he once had, or stay in this humble life with his family. He chose his family, realizing that the happiness he'd found in this new life was far more valuable than anything he'd left behind. In the end, Kang's life came full circle. On Christmas Eve, he found himself once again in a taxi, reflecting on the life he had, his family, his children, and Soo Hyeon by his side. The driver, in a twist of fate, turned out to be Kang's deceased father, who shared a final, emotional moment with him. This revelation changed Kang's perspective on life, making him appreciate the time he had with his family. Kang's journey from fame and fortune to a simple life with his family is a reminder that sometimes the things we think we want the most aren't the things that bring us true happiness. It's the people we love and the moments we share with them that make life truly meaningful. So, what do you think? If you had the chance to change your past, would you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.